For this 1 minute recording, we are going to take some data. We're going to make the data suitable to put in a pivot table and do a slicer all in 1 minute. Now let me show you what tools we're going to need for this job. We need to make our data a table. We also need to do a bit of data manipulation because one of the columns needs to be joined together. I'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. We're going to use the Summarize with Pivot Table tool. I can find that on the table toolbar, and the Insert Slicer, which works when the pivot table's been inserted. So let's go have a look at our data before we start. So here's my sample data, and my boss has asked for a list of who is in the pension scheme and who isn't. He only wants the names and to be able to see whether in the pension scheme or not. Now I want to put this into a pivot table and then use a slicer to work out who is and who isn't. I need to bring the first and last name fields together. Otherwise it tries to group by first name or group by last name, and that's not ideal. And then I can create my pivot table. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is Control and T, choose OK to make my data into a table. I'm now going to insert a column, and I'm going to title the column, always a good idea, and then I'm going to insert. Now this is how we join the names together. So if I insert the first name as I want it to appear, and as I start the second name, you'll see it will ghost. I just press enter, that goes in. Okay, so we've now got our data in how we want it. Let's choose Summarize with Pivot Table. I want it in this spreadsheet, so let's choose whereabouts I want the data. Okay, so there's my pivot table. Let's put the fields in the right place, and we're going to have the full name in the rows. And now I'm going to insert my slicer, and on my slicer I want the pension. Just tick that, choose OK, and finally I just want the pension to be 2 columns, and there we go. There we are, all done in a minute. And just to show you how it works, if I click on the nose, the names will change to the people who haven't got the pension. If I click on the yes, the names will change to those who have got the pension. So that is how to create a pivot table and a slicer in a minute. I hope you found it useful. If you do, subscribe to our channel and watch out for more videos. Thanks very much for watching.